Welcome to Dwight L. Perry Stadium in Bowling Green, Ohio. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. The Falcons ready to kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Rockets offense will have the football first. These two teams don't exactly love each other, and man, did they trade blows back and forth the last time they met.
Yeah, Reese, don't love each other is an understatement. They severely dislike each other, and that's how it should be. And last game, man, it was back and forth, back and forth. You didn't know who was going to win. Who's mentally prepared for this ball game? Who can handle the emotions, Palmer, early to start this game?
Yeah, that's the great thing about rivalry games like this. When these two teams play each other, it's like two heavyweight fighters trading haymakers, and ultimately it comes down to which guy, which team is standing last.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run him again. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Fires downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. So Bowling Green's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Quickly to the tight end. Nowhere to go, and not much to show for that one. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Fires and picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was in press? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Makes the grab. It's Stewart. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Rockets, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked. on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Trying to establish the run. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Searching for space. He's going to get loose. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Tells to run, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Rockets will hustle to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And there's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
To throw, it's Nelson. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun, it's Smith. No more room to run as this defense rises up on third down, and now it's fourth down from the 22. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Rush right in his face. There he goes. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Baldwin. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. 2nd down to the air. Heaves it deep. Left side is Woodyard. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
First quarter in the books. Let's see what kind of numbers these two wide receivers are putting up. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field.
Here we go, ready. Ready, go.
Finds his man on the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the 1st option, playing the 2nd option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. The lead is down to a field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The Rockets offense looks primed and ready to launch on this drive. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Rockets now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Hits inside. It's Smith. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Out wide left, it's Smith. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And the Rockets will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Looking for room, it's Baldwin. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They give it back to him. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations, and now...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Catches it cleanly at the 20. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. The Rockets offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The give to the single back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The RPO fired complete to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Throws for the tight end. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. The Rockets send out the punt unit. On the return, they drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. Bowling Green's offense will take the field to start the drive. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Makes the quick grab. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. First play of this drive. In traffic, it's Jones. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. And the Rockets racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
With the catch, it's Fox. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Here comes the offense on 1st down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Back to pass, it's Nelson. Look out! Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Looking to throw again. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Rockets will try to pick it up on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Unloads it left. Makes the catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
And the Rockets getting set on 1st and 10. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Back to throw, it's Nelson. They're all over him. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Here comes the heat. Out wide right, it's Smith. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Absolutely perfect. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Bowling Green's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Appreciate that, Holly. They've got him corralled.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Falcons line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Toledo hoping to get things going on this drive as the offense takes the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back to pass, it's Nelson. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Floats it out in space. Jumped on top of the pile.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. The Falcons will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields the punt. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
Whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
To the air, it's Nelson. Looking to the big tight end. Left side is Fox. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Rockets moving quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. A little midweek action to keep you going. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Straight ahead, it's Smith. Breaks into the open. He's past the marker. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Midweek action for your viewing pleasure. It's 2nd and 10 here in the 3rd quarter. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Finds his tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on third down from their own 20. Looking deep. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
And, man, when I was in school, man, you didn't really work on fourth down. Like, third down was a big priority. Nowadays, so many people going for it. This is the second time they've gone for it already. First time they were successful, but defense prepared, ready to rock and roll. They make the play.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Falcons will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Not a lot of room to field this one. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Rockets offense looks ready to go on this drive. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive in this game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Nelson. Throws to the tight end. The sure hands. It's Fox. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Second down, going to throw it. Looking for a big gain. Got it in stride inside the 20. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Toledo has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. So 1st down will open up the final period. Wants to throw again. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And the Rockets come to the line in the hurry-up. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! Putting that 3 on the board makes it a 2-score game.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Complete.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Plowing ahead on fourth down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Throws to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Under pressure. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. So it's now 1st and 20 after that holding call. To the air, it's Nelson. Got him. Got him right there. The Rockets in the hurry-up.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Setting up the screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. 3rd and long. No secret what he needs here. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
That's pretty good zone defense, man. Zone defense means I got eyes on the quarterback. And when somebody comes into my zone, then I'm communicating with the other guy, and they pass it off and do a good job seeing the crosser, going to him, breaking on the football, getting the tackle, and now forcing the 4th down.
And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Needs it here on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They'll run this play from the pistol. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Smith takes the handoff. Could be an out. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rockets. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative.
Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack warrants the 2-point try. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Bowling Green's offense will take the field to start the drive. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Woodyard.
Look, it's a nice game, but I don't know if it's worth the seconds they're losing on the game clock. In this type of situation, you got to be throwing at least to the 1st down markers, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines to get out of bounds.
Rush is on. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. And the Falcons headed quickly to the line.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
The Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go?
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Wants to throw. It's Nelson. He's got it on the run.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Toledo! And the beatdown has ensued. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Drops back on 1st down. A strike downfield. Rolled into enemy territory and all the way to the 44-yard line. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Lets it fly. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Ballmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Snowed under by the defense.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You've got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They give it to him again. Got a little space. Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. Give him 96 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team.